And good afternoon, YouTube. How you guys doing? Dirk here, GC Blues 45. Um, as you know, I went out last night and it was pretty late, so and I also I was pretty tired, so there was no post game, but we can still do the post game, and then we can have a pre-game later. So we're just kind of good, right? All right. As always, folks, please remember give me that thumbs up, those are important. It helps to get the channel going. So without further ado, let's get this right the ground. Starting off with Boston at Buffalo. Entering the matchup, Boston was 25, 20, and 6, and 56 points. Buffalo 18, 26, and 5, and 41 points. At the end of 60 minutes, the Buffalo Sabres beat the Boston Bruins by a score of 7. That's right, 7-2. So with that being said, here we go. Here are the stats. Shots on goal were the Sabres 33, the Bruins 27. The Sabres had 25 saves with the Bruins 26. Buffalo was 1 for 3 on the power play with Boston 1 for 2 on the power play. Total domination by Buffalo. They totally um, put the Afterburs on in the third period, and I could not believe that Boston couldn't do it. No, I thought they could, but they didn't, so that's why they lost. Next was the Carolina Hurricanes. Sorry, the Winnipeg Jets at the Montreal Canadiens. Entering the matchup, Winnipeg was 34, 14, and 3, and 71 points. Montreal 34, 20, and 5, and 53 points. At the end of 60 minutes, the Winnipeg Jets beat the Montreal Canadiens by a score of 4-1. Shots on goal were the Jets 24, the Habs 25. The Jets had 24 saves with the Canadiens 20. Winnipeg went 0 for 3 on the power play with Montreal no power plays. Winnipeg didn't even go into the box. So, by the way, Winnipeg wins the series 2-0, 2-0. So, way to go by the Jets. Um, Total domination. They scored twice in the second, and then they scored once again in the third, and Montreal couldn't do it. So it's total domination by the Jets. Way to go by the Jets. So yeah. That's for Chicago at the Lightning. Entering the matchup, Chicago is 15, 29, and 5, and 29 and 5 and 35 points. Tampa 26, 19, and 3 and 55 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Blackhawks beat the Lightning by a score of 4-1. Shots on goal were the Hawks 20, the Lightning 35. The Blackhawks had 34 saves with the Bolts 16. Chicago was 1 for 2 on the power play with Tampa 0 for 2 on the power play. The series was tied 1-1, but Chicago went on the goals. They won 7-5 by the goals. So they won the series by the goals. Yeah. Tampa got it going, but Chicago, they just were too much in the second and then third, and so that's why they won. It was a total blowout after the second period by the Blackhawks. Um, See, I did Tampa loss, but we can't win them all. Next was Carolina at the Rangers. Entering this matchup, Carolina was 30, 16, and 4, 64 points. The Rangers 24, 21, and 4, and 52 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Carolina Hurricanes beat That's right. They beat the New York Rangers by a score of 4-0. And it is a Pepsi Zero Sugar shoot. As it is a Pepsi Zero Sugar shutout. Shots on goal, the Canes 26, the Rangers 22. Both teams had 22 saves. The Hurricanes were 0 for 2 on the power play, with the Rangers 0 for 3 on the power play. Total domination by the Canes. Started off in the first, kept going, and that's how the Canes won. Way to go by the Hurricanes. That's why they won. Now, folks, the reason why you're hearing the clicking is I'm looking at the box score of each game and or the period score, so that's why. Next was Colorado at the Islanders entering the matchup. Colorado was 29, 20, and 2 and 60 points. The Islanders 21, 20, and 7 and 49 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the New York Islanders beat the Colorado Avalanche. Yes! By a score of 5-2. Shots on goal were the um, Islanders 28, the Avs 22. 32, not 22, 32. The Islanders had 30 saves with the Avalanche 23. Colorado did not go into the penalty box, unfortunately. So the Islanders had no power plays, but Colorado, they did have a power play. But the Islanders did go to the penalty box, but Colorado went 0 for 2 on the power play. And the Islanders won the series 2-0, 2-0-0. So way to go. What can I say about this game? Colorado thought they had it won after they scored the second goal in the third, but New York, they score 4 times in the third period in total domination by the Islanders. Way to go. Um, so, yeah, way to go by the Islanders. They did a great job. Next was the Capitals at the Flames. Entering this matchup, Washington was 33, 11, and 5 and 71 points. Calgary 24, 17, and 7 and 55 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Calgary Flames lose to the Washington Capitals, which who I picked. I picked the Capitals. They win by a score of 3-1. Shots on goal were the Caps 23, the Flames 33. The Capitals had 32 saves with the Flames 20. Washington went 1 for 4 on the power play with Calgary 1 for 5 on the power play. Um, Flat out domination by Washington. Score a goal in each period and just flat out dominated the Flames. Yeah, Calgary did get 1 goal at least, but hey, at least they fought diligently, and I got nothing to complain. So next was Dallas at the Vegas Golden Knights. Oh, ooh, I didn't see that. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little change here. Hold up. Okay. Didn't see it. Best thing about the internet, folks, you can check. All right, next was Dallas at Vegas. Entering the matchup, Dallas was 33. Let's, okay. Had to change something again. So after the matchup, Dallas was 31-17 and 1 and 63 points. Vegas 31-15 and 4 and 66 points. Records were right near each other. But at the end of 60 minutes, it was tied. Had to go into overtime. And the results, Dallas wins by a score of 4-3. Shots on goal, both teams had 28. The Stars had 25 saves with the Knights 24. And Dallas went 0 for 2 on the power play with Vegas 1 for 2 on the power play. Dallas wins the series 2-1. 2-1-0 was their record in the series. Vegas picks up a point. Very great going. Um, but this looked like, Vegas was going to do it. But Dallas scored a goal in every period, and they won in overtime, and nothing you could do about it. And finally, Anaheim at Seattle. Oh, man, I forgot the saves. I write down everything except for one little stat. Shows we're not perfect, folks. We are human after all. All right, Anaheim at Seattle. Entering the matchup, Anaheim was 20, 23, and 6 and 46 points. Seattle won, I'm sorry, 22, 26, and 6 and 47 points at the end of 60 minutes. Anaheim beat Seattle by a score of 6-4. Shots on goal were the Ducks 23, the Kraken 30. The Ducks had 26 saves with the Kraken 17. Anaheim was 0 for 2 on the power play with Seattle 1 for 3 on the power play. And Anaheim wins the series 2-1. 2-1-0 was their record. Flat out domination. But after one period, Seattle had the lead. And then Anaheim had the lead after two. And then after that, uh, Anaheim just dominated the game afterwards. Um, well, let Seattle take the lead back, and that's why they won. I'm not disappointed in the Kraken. They did a great job, but Anaheim wanted it more. And that's it, folks. We're done. Tell me how you guys did. And for me, after I made a correction, which I got to make here. Actually, let me grab my little. Okay. I went 4, 3, and 1. Got 9 points to put me at 125, 129, and 130. And 462 points. So we're all not bad. Tell me how you guys did tonight, or last night, I should say. Tell me, did you guys do good? Did you do bad? I did okay. 4 out of 8, not bad. And I did get a point in one game, so that's not bad. But comment below, tell me how you guys did. And as always, folks, please stay safe. Take care. Remember the Lord's watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Until then, peace.